Hey y'all, I'm Shauna. Welcome in or welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new Project Pan update. I kind of can't believe that it's been 2 months, so time for an update. Now, if you've been following along with this project, you'll know that last month's update wasn't that exciting. It honestly had been a couple of rough months. I was sick a bunch. I wasn't using my makeup all that much, and I kind of came on here with like, I'm sorry it's so shit. But it is what it is. Life is life. And that's just how the cookie crumbled last time. And now we're back with a new update. And it's a little bit different. It's a little exciting. And even if it wasn't as exciting, still making progress, which I am happy about. I'm feeling quite fluffy today with this hair. It's kind of fun. I'm also feeling just a little bit weird today. Not weird. Like in just like a fun mood. I have all the small things stuck in my head and not the beginning part. I have the middle part where it goes, keep your head still, I'll be your thrill. So let's get started and let's go in order of operations. By the way, why is that so funny? Okay. I can't say by the way. We're going to start in order of application of how I do makeup, which funnily enough, the first thing is an empty. My little MAC mini primer finally finished. Finished this in March. I think it was literally the day after the last Project Pan video went live. I finished it. Love that. And I have been using this primer. We were up here. Now we're here. I had used it maybe like once or maybe twice before the last update. And it wasn't enough to move the needle, but we moved it. I don't think we'll see this big of an update every time it comes back, just because there was a bunch of air in there and it had been a little bit since I had tallied it. So we're doing good with this one. And because that's my only primer now, it's no real rush to finish it. Well, I didn't have a rush to finish the MAC primer. There was just a little bit of pressure because the weather is changing, and once it starts getting warmer, I don't really need the added moisture. So I did want to finish that, but now that this is the only one, it's a blurring primer, I can use it, not use it, and it's not that big of a deal. For foundation, we have another empty. Miss Born to Glow she's finally done. Looking real dirty, but I'm very pleased about this. And one of the things I noticed, I'll actually bring up the foundation now. I have good progress on this. The middle line is right here. You can't see it all that well. It did rub off, but it's really super consistent use, which I'm really happy about. And there's probably 2 to 3 updates left, which would be 4 to 6 months worth of progress, which isn't terrible. It's not terrible. But one of the things I've noticed is that my 2 remaining foundations that I mixed together are very pale. This is not actually the color of my skin. It's much lighter. And so I was using Born to Glow to mix in for coverage reasons mostly, color reasons. But now both of the foundations are really light. I do have, and what the saving grace of all of this is for the moment, is my e.l.f. powder, as well as it's their primer, their glowy primer, whatever that's called. Those 2 things make it so my face looks like it matches, and not like 2 shades too light. So the whole combination is currently working. It is kind of dewy, even with the other foundation mixed in. And so I do foresee that once we get into the summer, it's kind of crazy. Next update will be in July. We will be in the heart of the summer. Maybe not the heart of the summer, like early summer. So I don't know exactly how the ratio of things is going to change, but we're going to keep going with what we got for now. Sorry, just putting that down. But because the 2 foundations I have are light, and one of them is this dewy foundation, I'm either going to stop using this foundation altogether, just use that more matte foundation. But the mix-in is also dewy. I may have to buy something in order to make that color work for also the summer months. We're not just going to go buying stuff willy-nilly. We're not. We're going to try and use what we have first. I'm just saying that could be an option. This item might be removed for the summertime and maybe see a reappearance in the fall, we'll play it by ear. We have a couple concealer updates, and one that didn't make it into the project last time because it fell under my couch was my Tarte concealer. It's the C, it says C on it, Tarte C. Is that it? It just says Tarte C? That's like the only information? Whatever. The one with the turquoise cap. This is finished. It's done. I'm so pleased about this. I don't like this formula, and also their colors are weird. So I have made a promise to myself that next time I go buy a complexion product, be it concealer or foundation, I will have at least gone to the store to check out the colors first. But no buying random stuff online. The last 2 foundations and 2 concealers I bought online were not the right color at all. The other concealer is my NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. We were down here last month. Now we're here, or last update, I should say. Great progress. Very pleased about this. I think what's left is a little bit more than 2 months worth of use. So I think we'll finish it just in time for the next update, or in between the next update and the one after that. But overall, very pleased. I've been using that concealer, or those 2 concealers you just saw, most days I wear makeup. On occasion, I'll do the NARS concealer that I have, which I don't use it that much, which is kind of why it's been hanging around. The stopper's been removed from that one. And that one might come into the project eventually. I'm assuming it will, but not yet. I want to finish this concealer and have this one be the focus, and then we'll think about the NARS concealer at a later date. Let's look at the bronzer next. And I was looking at my previous video and photos before coming on, and there is a noticeable difference. There used to be kind of like a ring around, I think it's this side, you'll see in the photos, where now it's like all one continuous ring. There aren't like edges and levels to it like there was before. Because there was that before, it's very clear to me that it has expanded the pan, which is great. Not much to say about that, other than I feel like this time the progress on the bronzer is obvious. As for the blushes, we'll go with the Tarte blush first. I didn't really notice much in way of progress, except for maybe like right up here. Used it a few times, not as much as my Bare Minerals blush, which is intentional because I really want to finish this. And I also just like the way it looks. So here's this blush. Here's what we're looking like. The big difference, which you'll notice when I show you the photos next, is right up here. I have super thinned out this section where it was thicker before, and now you can see much more onto the pan underneath. I have been using this a ton, not just on my cheeks, but also on my eyes. I've done a couple of looks where I've used my finger in here and just put this on the eye. Sometimes in combination with my Hourglass shadow, sometimes just alone, which is just really, I like this burnt peach kind of look. So I've been doing that a bunch, and it's just really simple, like one product for cheeks and eyes, sorry. And that I think has led to that change up at the top. I didn't see much of a difference last time. I do see a difference this time in how this looks, and I'm very visible progress on this is just, it's so good. The Hourglass shadow, despite using it a buttload, I almost said fuck ton. I mean, I guess technically I said that, but I've been using this a wild amount. It does not look like it's moving. She is just resistant. I don't know, maybe resilient. It's just crazy to how much I can use this, and it looks like I haven't moved the needle at all. But that's not so much a frustration, just kind of blowing my mind a little bit. And I still use this. Part of me doesn't want to finish this because not peach, more like a coppery kind of shimmer. I don't believe I have anything quite like this, and I used to, but they went bad. Oh, sorry. And so whenever this goes, I don't have a replacement, which is really sad. And I'm not going to go buy anything because I have so much eyeshadow. I'm sure I can fall in love with something else. I'm sure I have enough beautiful shadows. Somewhere is another shadow that I'm going to love, or maybe just like really turning my attention to my cool tones. So we're going to savor this while we have it. A quick eyebrow update next. This eyebrow gel, this stupidly small eyebrow gel is finally done. It took me forever to get here. It was, by the way, it was clear and it has like a bit of a brown tint to it because I would do it over my eyebrow products, and I don't mind now that it has a brown tint, or it ended up that way. But that lasted like a literal 6 months. Craziness. The brow product, not dead yet. Almost though. My goal is to finish this for next update, which would be amazing because the color is just, as we've talked about over and over again in this update, it's just not right. Not in this update, but in these updates. Let's finish up with the lip products, and I have an exciting update here too. The Rare Beauty lipstick. Here's what we're looking like. And right at the front, there's the plastic component there. Yeah, like right at the front. So it doesn't go on my lips anymore. And there is still product underneath. Like if I dig into it, I'll still be able to get product. And I will still use it. I'm just going to move it out of the project. We're going to call her done. Because number one, she's kind of old-ish. This lipstick is from 2020, but the other lipstick, this MAC lipstick, is from 2019, and it has been honestly like neglected because I've been opting for the other lipstick, and not much has changed here. I've used it a little bit, wearing it today, but I need to prioritize this, and it's not totally cool. Like we still got some warm undertones in here. And so it's still wearable with warm makeup. I debated adding in a lip gloss, but I have 3 and they all kind of serve a bit of a different purpose. And wait, do I have 3? Yes, I do. And they are different colors and formulas. Like I have 1 cool, 1 warm, and 1 clear. So I don't need those to be in here, and none of them are really at risk of going bad either. I enjoy using them naturally, so it's fine. I may throw in something else at a later date. I already have one thing I debated, but we're gonna just keep with this for now. I think it's fine. On to the non-makeup items, and the first thing is really exciting. It was this fighter gel, empties. So pleased about this. Did not really like this product. I was not a fan, to be honest. Just being honest. And I'm using other things instead. And honestly, I almost bought something at the Sephora sale, and then after, because it was out of stock, and then I was like, oh, it's back in stock, I'm going to use it. However, I have a few products that still need to be used up, and I want to use those up first. I was thinking like one of them is almost done. Like we're talking 2 more uses maybe and it's finished. The other one is an acne fighting product, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll keep it just in case. Like I always want to have this kind of product on hand, but then I have other things that also claim to be acne kind of things, and I haven't tried them. Like they've just been sitting in my cupboard. We need to try these things. Like we need to finish them up, I should say. Oh my God, sorry. I feel like I was so excited at the beginning of the video, and now I'm realizing just how tired I am. I don't know what the hell I was saying. I feel like I botched that sentence. I have other things that I have not purchased. I've had some things come in different ways, mostly through gifts, things that I wouldn't have purchased for myself, but are like I still own at this point, and I need to work through those things that have come in the last year approximately. There's only 2 things I can think of at the moment that need to be worked through, but still even 2 products can last me a year. So I still have things to work through. Don't need to go and buy anything in that realm. I don't know why it took me a million years to get there, but that's where we are. We also have the hand cream, and last update we were there. Can you see that mark? Yeah. And now we're here. That's a pretty good use for me. I'm overall like generally slow with hand cream, and this one sits at my desk. It sits upside down, and slow and steady. Like this will get used up eventually. I am hopeful we can finish this by the end of the year, because I just feel like I've collected just random hand creams. One foot cream. I was organizing my this drawer under my cabinet, my bathroom cabinet, and I found like 2 hand cream. Oh, no, sorry, one was a foot cream, one was a hand cream. And I was like, what the hell? Like, anyway, the point is that I have stuff that needs to be used. And I let that sit around because I didn't like the smell. And I ended up buying, like, when I needed a replacement hand cream, I saw this one and I was like, oh, I don't like that scent. So I'm going to go buy a new one. And now I'm sitting here like, don't be an idiot. Use it. So we're using it. I feel like this video is devolving into chaos slightly. My Way Air Dry Foam. We were here last month. Now we're here. Y'all, I use this much more regularly. You can see we are getting to the bottom. It's debatable if we'll finish this by next month, which is exciting. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But the fact that we're getting so close and it's still usable, I'm very excited about. I feel like that meme with that girl. Wow, that was descriptive. The meme with the girl. Okay. Last up is my Dove exfoliating body polish. We're close. We are close. And I just gotta relish the smell of this. Ooh, smells so good. Smells so good. Not done, but moving the needle, getting close, enjoying it. So that is the update. We have finished. Hold on, I'm gonna take a look at the side here. We have finished a lip product, that's 1, eyebrow gel, that's 2, concealer, that's 3, primer, that's 4, foundation, that's 5. We finished 5 things, baby. Oh yeah, and the fighter gel, 6 things. I mean, like, come on. That was a great update. Worth the wait. Sometimes with the project panning, it's that slow progress. You know, you gotta chip away, and eventually you finish it. Definitely a metaphor for life. Sometimes you don't see how hard people are working or like how much effort it takes to finish things or do things. All we see are end results, or we feel like, oh, somebody used it overnight. Well, I don't think you get that impression from this video or necessarily project pan videos. Maybe sometimes you do. If people seem like they finish things with such ease. I've also been, just gonna move on from that. I've also been working on some tea. Y'all, I have been panning tea like nobody's fucking business this year. I had some David's tea. I finished 3. Craziness. I'm now working on tea. It was a green tea that I put into a different tin because the tin was so nice. And I'm almost done with that. Like, just on its last legs. No. Sorry, not quite that done. Probably like a week's worth of use. Or I think it's fair to say that we're almost there. You know, I've been using it regularly for 2 months. I also have this lavender tea that I've been working on. Almost finished with that. That has sat in my cupboard for probably 2 years. I don't think it's expired, but if it is, like, it's fine. It tastes fine. So I'm working on that. Almost finished with that too. I've been more so focusing on the green tea. Like maybe every 4 green teas, I'll have the 1 lavender tea. So it's going slower. It's also not caffeinated. So I only go for that on days where I'm feeling fresh. And whenever I finish the tea that is in this container, as I was saying that I kept it because I thought it looked nice, but now I'm like, yo, I don't need this. It's just like a little knick-knack clutter in my cupboard. I genuinely don't need it because basically any tea that I'm going to buy is going to come in a box or a container. And I am not the kind of person that's going to decant my teas into this other container. I'm just not that kind of girl. Maybe I'll see if somebody wants the container because it is kind of cute. But if not, it is like fully metal, recyclable, which is great. Anyway, we're going to call that there. That's the video. That's the project pan update. I'd love to hear how your project pan is going if you're doing one. And also, I know sometimes in the comments we talk a little bit about like tea or art projects or things that you're painting or using up that aren't makeup products. So I would love to hear how those are going or how your products are going, makeup or not makeup. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again tomorrow for a new video. Bye.